Coach Kelvin Sampson's answers to Galen Robinson's question. Galen Robinson will be he'd be the analyst for this Monday, December 29th game, home game, the Cougs against Middle Tennessee. Galen Robinson, yes. Galen Robinson, Westbury Christian High School, the godfather of Houston Cougars men's basketball, will be working TV as an analyst on ESPN Plus this Monday, 7 o'clock p.m. tip-off. But here, as I pull it up, will be his question, Galen's question to Coach Sampson. I'm playing this one more time in these final moments of today's Christmas time edition of The Takeover, powered by JM&E.
I got a feeling you're gonna knock it out of the park, my man.
Me too, man. Me too. Because I just wanted to ask you. So I might know the answer to this. I just want to see who you're gonna see. So when you look back at the rebuild at Houston, what decision at the time felt risky but ended up kind of defining the program, like getting the program going in the right way, right direction?
Deciding to stay here after those first 2 days, because I could not comprehend how bad it was. I was listening to people talk about winning championships, and I saw a locker room that was half the size of what it should have been because it was cut off to put a makeshift film room, which was basically a TV with unbolted down movie chairs at the other part of the locker room. There was nowhere to eat pregame meals. There was no practice facility. Our first, when it rained, we couldn't use the other half of half court. Do you remember that, Galen? When it was raining, there was not another gym. And then we had to pay $200 a day to rent the, what do you call it? The
alumni?
The rec center.
Rec center.
Yeah. So we had to pay $200 a day, and there was rat ball games or pickup games going on either side of us. So $50 an hour, and we would get it from 2 to 6. Then I realized that I was getting a side eye from the administrators because they didn't think we needed 4 hours to practice. And I said, if you saw our team, 4 hours ain't enough. Just that it was no other decision made, because when I make a decision, I make it. I don't second guess it. That's not what I do. That's what other people do. But I think the biggest decision was just acknowledging the depths of which the program was and staying with it and not giving into it, but drawing a line in the sand to all the no's, and this is the way we do it here, not paying attention to any of that stuff, just mowing things down as we went. And it was a process, but we did it the right way, and we did it brick by brick. We brought in great kids. I had a great staff, and that first year, I was telling somebody a couple of weeks ago, had we had the transfer portal and the Guy V. Lewis Center, would have been really good our first year probably, but we didn't have a transfer portal. We didn't have Guy V. We didn't have anything really. We brought kids on campus to recruit. You know what it's like. I mean, you should tell that story. When I brought you on campus to recruit, I had an office that had a couch that separated my desk and the whiteboard, and I'd sit guys on that couch with the whiteboard and sell them on a vision that they could not see. And a lot of them wasn't interested because they had been told a lot of it was the local coaches talking about how bad U of H was. We had to overcome, I'd get AAU coaches calling me saying, I got somebody who can help you. And I'd go to the game. He didn't even start. And I said, really? You think that badly of us? That kid can play for us?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but all that stuff. That was the biggest decision. There was no personnel decisions. There was no scheduling. It was just acknowledging the depths of where we were and establishing that this is how we're going to do it and staying on course. There was a lot of disappointments. There was a lot of no's. There was a lot of not understanding. But you just kind of slowly but surely keep moving. And, um, you know, uh, signing you was a big deal at the time because you made it cool to come to Houston. You made it cool for the other kids. Hey, you were really popular, Galen. You were looked up to by a lot of the kids that came behind you because you were the starting point guard at Westbury Christian. You were on one of the top AAU teams. You had the personality. You had the magnetism. You were a draw, and the fact that you were a great human being that cared about winning and could be a captain made it important to sign you because you gave all those kids that came behind you permission to come to University of Houston. And then, getting guys like Rob Gray and Corey and Dot, and we just started plugging guys in and got them to believe in something that was bigger than themselves. And, we just kind of took off.
Yep. They've taken off. I'll say from those first 2 days as head coach Kelvin Sampson was at Houston when he took over to now in year 12 in charge of one of the top programs in men's college basketball. Yeah, they've taken off. And the side eye that he mentioned, no surprise to me. I've had the pleasure, the opportunity to cover Houston Cougars men's basketball through the Ray McCallum era, James Dickey era, Clyde Drexler era, Tom Penders era. I've seen it all. I've seen a lot. And I've seen and heard a lot of negative comments from the administration about the program, the lack of vision by folks who used to be in charge, all those things. Coach Sampson is, as he does, he's speaking facts. He doesn't need me to back up his words, but I was there. I was there when Hawfines had 2 people in each section. We could spread out at the media table. All those things. So to see it now and to see Galen Robinson going to be doing TV this coming Monday on the 29th, I'm enjoying this ride. I'm enjoying the journey as an alum, as a proud alum. The transformation has been epic, and I hope it continues.